Oh man, I hate Mondays.
Nah, man, it's Tuesday.
Wait. What day is it?
You know what day it is? Tuesday. Brewsday, Tuesday.
Oh, fuck yeah. It's time for Brewsday Tuesday, brought to you by the Cellar and Six Pack Store. Here is Huck and Big Nate.
Oh yeah, popping tops.
It's beer time. It's a light week. Thanksgiving approaching, so what are you thankful for, Huck?
Oh man, I'll tell you what. Number one, my health. Sorry, that's just me.
I'm thankful for that as
I'm
well.
thankful for all the people that supported me to get to where I am today. I mean, it's all about people. It's all about thanking everybody. Thank you, everybody.
Good night. That's
There
Brewsday
you go. Good
Tuesday.
night. That's Brewsday Tuesday for this week. Ah, no, it's Thanksgiving. There's so much to be thankful for. So,
I, I will agree with you. I'm gonna go with a less sappy answer. I'm thankful for you
oh, thank
and
you.
your company and bringing in beer and food and we're gonna explore things. I'm also, of course, thankful for the obvious things. I'm very thankful for my family, my children, that I was born and continue to live in the US of A. Um,
Excuse me.
I don't know. I feel like I lead a life of privilege, so it's
What we do, the whole
important to
everyone in the country does.
take note of the things we've got. Got my health.
I think I'm allergic to this beer.
I think you might be alert. You know what? Just go ahead and give me the whole thing. It's fine.
It's all good. I'm done.
But we are doing our Thanksgiving show, and
Yeah, we love it. It's one of my favorite shows.
yeah, I actually I'm gonna full disclosure. The prep work for this show was not done by me. It was done by my wife. It's the one time a year she cooks.
Ah, there you go.
So we'll talk about that in a minute. First, we got to get into the beer. I've got the Boulevard Brewing Company Cranberry Tank 7. It's an American Saison, 8.5% ABV, part of their smokestack series. And as they claim, it takes you there. I've not actually had any of their smokestack series, so I do not, in fact, know whether or not it takes me there, but we'll find out today.
Well, what kind of smokestack is it where it's taking you somewhere? I'm going to guess.
Smokestack Lightning.
Yeah, well, I'm going to get, well, that's great blues, but I'm thinking that the smokestack has more to do with perhaps a legalized substance around. But I've been to the Boulevard and they got good beer. You don't see much of it from here around here, but when you go there, they have just an infinite amount of really interesting beers and they do a whole bunch of one-offs and they have like a whole bar just to go taste and then the sevens are at that bar a lot where you taste the beer and you can vote on them. So it's like a real democratic kind of brewery. So I've got the other half, which is Brooklyn, New York. I believe I've been there, but it's been a minute. And this is called Green Eggs. And this is there's a theme here. Your beer's cranberry. Mine's the green eggs. Because, everybody likes to have green egg, um, 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 deviled eggs, right? You do make them green, deviled eggs. It's okay. It's a reach.
I've never
I
made
had
them
to
green,
reach.
but deviled eggs would have been fine.
Yeah, deviled eggs. So I'll give
That's a
you,
staple to me. I could eat like a whole tray by myself.
right.
I could eat a whole dozen,
I can't eat a
not a
hard boiled
dozen
egg,
deviled
right?
eggs, a
Can't eat a
dozen
hard,
eggs worth.
well, no, you can't eat a hard boiled egg, but you can eat 20 deviled eggs, right? So what do you make deviled eggs or do other people make them
I,
for you?
I do, but I could also I love hard boiled eggs. I've perfected
I'm
my
okay.
yolk. The
But
outside's
seriously,
never green. It's always perfectly yellow. I've
mine too.
perfected
No,
boiling
I'm
eggs.
good at that too. And I do
I
that for
can't.
my deviled egg, but I am the deviled egg devil. I make the best deviled eggs. You want to know the secret?
What?
You can't. No, there's several
Yes, you can.
secrets. But the big secret that nobody talks about, butter. You got to boil them, just cool them off enough to peel them, cut them up while they're still warm, and throw some butter in there to start. And then, of course, mayonnaise. Everybody does that, right? Two-thirds mayonnaise, one-third sour cream, a handful of cheddar cheese. The finer cut, the better. A little bit of salt and pepper. Mix it all up. And, of course, paprika from Hungary on top. These are great.
All right.
We never have to wrap any up at the end of the day.
So when you say cut them up, you're taking the yolk out before you add the butter.
Right. You take the yolks, you I slice eggs in two, pop the yolks out, put them all in a big bowl, grind them up a little bit, and I throw a little while they're still warm, and throw like a tablespoon of butter in there and let it melt. And that really does give a little bit of extra fullness and flavor to the
So
deviled
you add
eggs.
no relish to your deviled eggs.
No, but I will. I don't
So
mind that.
You should.
I don't mind that, but no, that's not the Huck recipe.
Oh.
And
Well,
the
yours
Huck
sounds
is
delicious.
famous. The Huck recipe, the sour cream also.
Sour cream makes a huge difference.
A lot of people don't do that.
I've started subbing sour cream in for mayo and all.
Yeah, you do 2/3, 1/3 is about right.
Yeah.
And
So
then,
it's
my wife's like, she's a stickler. I was in a restaurant industry for 20 years. Okay. So, well, how much mayonnaise you put in there? I go, enough. How much sour? Enough. It's like 2/3 to 1/3. But yeah, I've never seen a measuring cup. I know you come and watch after I cook, there won't be any measuring cups laying around.
No, I can usually buy
There
one.
might, I got my hand, it does a teaspoon and a tablespoon right there. Right, man, it's right there. There's a teaspoon. And right there, if you're looking on the internet, that's a tablespoon.
And that's what I love about cooking versus baking. I hate baking. Cooking, I can do that all day because it's all about feeling, baby. Baking is an exact science. You can't just wing it.
That's not true. Biscuits, no. You can't put too much butter in a biscuit, so just put it in until it rejects it.
Exactly. You can't put too much butter in a biscuit.
No, you can't.
It's going to reject it at some point.
Then it's not in there, is it?
I can't make biscuits.
Oh, biscuits are that's the thing.
I love
But
biscuits,
you can.
I can't.
I have to say, one thing I talk people diss science, but science has got it figured out. As a matter of fact, the food we're going to eat in the next segment, most of it's like, it's scientific food. We didn't, well, your wife made some, but I didn't make anything I brought. It's all, like Aldi or whatever.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that in a bit.
But anyway, I did want to bring up just before we get into the food.
I want to talk about your shirt.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. And you might say, well, why are you wearing that shirt, right? Say it.
Why are you wearing that shirt?
Well, this is a shirt of the Day of the Dead, right? November 1st. It's my daughter's birthday, the lovely Whitney. He provided me with a couple of lovely grandchildren. But the Day of the Dead, and I thought it was appropriate.
And one not so lovely grandchild.
Which one?
No, it was just the way you said a couple of lovely grandchildren.
There's only two.
I know there's only
that's
two,
all of them.
but the way you said it, like it sounded like it was.
Okay,
we're not going to talk about the other
sometimes
one.
Ella gives me a little fit, but me and Alan get along great. Ella's coming around my way. Anyway, the Day of the Dead. I wore this for Thanksgiving because it's still November, and for some reason, a lot of people in my internet feed have, dead named their relatives due to politics. So I'm like, okay, so Thanksgiving this year is the Day of the Dead. It's like, I saw the best one I saw though was earlier today, and it's like, my grandmother and I voted for different people, but we're gonna get together and have Thanksgiving anyway because neither of us are penises. And I thought that was, an official good statement. But yeah, people are like, oh, I'm not gonna go have delicious turkey and dressing with my grandma because I don't like the way she voted. Either way, I mean, I'm just saying that, what? You're crazy.
I got better reasons to not talk to my grandma.
Yeah.
One, she's dead.
Yeah. Well, if you talk to her,
So,
you can talk to her. She's just, if she responds, then we need to know about that.
we're I mean, we'll talk on Thanksgiving plans. I'm going to my grandmother-in-law's house, and she always has a full spread. There's a whole table of desserts, which not great for me because I don't.
Oh,
desserts aren't really my thing.
I have a sweet
But
tooth. It's unbelievable.
there will be a whole tray of green bean casserole with my name on it.
And I think we're going to have some of that soon, aren't we?
Yeah, it's her recipe, but she didn't make it. So
we don't know if it'll be good, but we better say
I
it
know it'll be
is
good.
unless you want to sleep on the couch tonight.
I know it'll be good,
Okay.
but
Anyway, I was just cracking up that people would actually, make a decision of family. It's hard enough to be a family anyway. And holidays are particularly difficult.
Life is too short to let someone you're probably never going to meet or interact with on a personal basis dictate decisions in your life.
Correct.
With the people you have known all your life.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that most of the people I've known all my life are a bit troublesome too. But you know what? And I tried to teach my children. Hopefully, they got the lesson. Is yeah, it's Uncle Billy Bob is a problem, but you only have to see him like 4 times a year. You got to see him Christmas. You got to see him Thanksgiving. You got to see him maybe if there's a wedding, and maybe if there's a funeral. And we can do that. We can see anybody 4 times a year. I mean, I'm not even giving you Easter, which you ought to, and 4th of July, which is like one of my favorite holidays. I ought to see them then too. But you got to do Christmas and Thanksgiving. Sorry. And if you're,
100%.
that's just BS. I know I said it a couple shows ago and got
I'm
yelled.
having a really dark realization about the list of 4 that you've got to see this person.
Well, you got more or less?
Well,
oh, you don't like the funeral and wedding?
The last time they see you is going to be only their 3rd time seeing you.
Right. The last
but
time
it'll be your 4th and final.
Yeah, but you might not see them. Well, I think you do.
Yeah.
That's just my belief. Everybody has their own. Now we were going really dark now.
They just happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We're all gonna die.
Holidays are a dark time for many people. You know?
Start celebrating them in the summer. I really advocate. I mean, Thanksgiving's the last Thursday of a full week of November. We don't have an actual date.
Yeah, this
what if
year it's like almost December.
Hey, what if we moved it to 4th of July? Why not? Why not 4th of July and Thanksgiving? We just have a whole
I'm blowing
fiesta
stuff up on the 4th of July. Thank you. Drinking a lot of red, white, and blue beer.
Turkey leg in one hand.
That's right.
Sparkler in the other.
That's right.
We got a table for beer. I mean, teachers out there, like all the people who work in the school system, are going to complain because it takes away from one of their holidays. But you already get summer vacation.
Yeah, but Thanksgiving's actually a wonderful. You look at like President's Day Veterans Day is always the 11th. I don't know if teachers get that one. I don't know, but
if they're veterans, they do.
Well, no, I don't know if schools close for veterans.
It's not. But if they're veterans,
they can take it off.
Afforded the opportunity, which I think is fair. It's supposed to be their day. They should get it.
President's Day and
at least that's the way it was in my school system.
All those Martin Luther King Day, they're all like on a Monday, right? Labor Day, Memorial Day. But here you have Thanksgiving, so you get Thursday off, and so it's like if you have to work Friday,
nobody's doing
your
anything.
Boss. Screw him, right, or her, because it's like, yeah, right. Nobody's working. You know what they're doing? They're on the Black Friday,
they're
internet
shopping.
Yeah,
Cyber Mondays is the real move.
I wait till Cyber Tuesday because they got stuff left. They're like, okay, fine, you can just have it for free.
Take the pickovers.
Yeah, I'll take whatever's left.
Right.
At my age, I should sell my stuff on Cyber Friday or Cyber Monday and Friday because I got stuff I just don't use anymore. I should do a list of all the things I bought that, you only use 1 or 2 times. Somebody I know, a friend's son-in-law, just bought a motorcycle. Okay, first of all, it's November.
It's a terrible time to buy a motorcycle.
Terrible time. So the average motorcycle person,
you really got to commit to it. And you're like giving yourself optimal joy.
Right.
Or less than optimal joy.
The motorcycle person rides it 7 times a year.
That's like May to...
Yeah, and that's not starting until May.
October.
So you just bought something you got to keep dry and not rusty for 5 months before you can even look at it. 6 months. But anyway, that's their fight. I wasn't there for it. I would like to have been.
It would have
been a good argument. Apparently there was some chagrin.
It's kind of like you buy your shorts and your spring clothes now because nobody's buying shorts.
But what if you need a pair of shorts? I'm going to the beach, or I went to the beach. I needed shorts. Did I get any? No. Had to go dig through my closet. And I've lost all this weight, so it's like, okay, now I got to get suspenders. Okay, hold them up.
Envisioning Huck in a pair of suspenders and shorts.
Yeah.
Each side.
I just like with no shirt or maybe a tank top.
That's a look.
I could just what do you call it? Safety pin the tank top to the pants. I'll do that next time.
We have this has gotten away from us.
No, it's great. This is what we do.
This is Thanksgiving.
We're the digressors.
If your Thanksgiving conversation isn't this lively and entertaining about nothing,
right? You should be moving along.
That's why you should not go to Grandma's house.
We go out.
Yeah.
Yep. We go out. We, and I don't mind cooking, but we downsized and we don't have a lot of room. Nobody has a lot of room. So we just go out and whoever can't afford it, I buy their meal. And it's like, just come and go. And we invite the in-laws and outlaws and anybody who wants to show up. So holler at me. We'll be at Mountain Lake. Great buffet.
We did the
They owe me $1 now. Free drink at least.
we did the going out thing one Thanksgiving when I was a kid. And it's easily my least favorite Thanksgiving. They ran out of turkey
Oh, that's bad.
on Thanksgiving.
So
On an event where you had to there was a reservation list beforehand. You know
Right,
how much turkey you need.
okay.
What in God's name happened here?
Buffets
I like ham, don't get me wrong.
are the
but
best thing for a restaurant owner. Buffets or banquets. You know exactly how many people are coming. If you can't get that right, you should be in the auto repair business or something. Like I said, I spent 20 years in the restaurant business. I used to work for American Motor Inns, and we used to cook Holiday Inns. We used to cook turkey dinners. So on Thanksgiving Eve, I was up all night cooking, 150 turkeys. I can cook a turkey. I can carve a turkey in about 13 seconds.
I will tell you the restaurant we went to.
All right.
It's an historic inn in Luray, Virginia.
Oh, I'm not that familiar with Luray. They have some caverns there.
Well, the restaurant in its incarnation at that point no longer exists. It's now a cocktail bar.
But that's even
Because
better.
they didn't know how much turkey to order on Thanksgiving when they had a prepared guest list. Their food was really good, but no turkey on Thanksgiving feels
So
illegal.
you know how to cook a turkey. People don't know this. It's the best way to cook a turkey. There's one thing that makes the biggest difference.
Well, you got to brine it beforehand.
No, that's okay, but you cook it upside down. You cook the breast down. You can flip it over for the last hour or so to brown the top. But what happens is all the dark meat juices go into the breast. It'll be the finest turkey you ever ate.
Since the pandemic,
Listen to me here.
this
Go
is the
ahead.
first Thanksgiving where I'm not cooking the turkey.
Yeah.
I perfected it though.
What? Go ahead.
Spatchcock the turkey.
What does that mean?
Okay, so essentially you cut out a section of the back portion. I mean, I don't want to gross anyone out. You cut out the spine, smush it, put it in a vacuum bag with oranges, herbs, garlic, butter, sous vide it for about 6 hours, and then throw it in your oven and let it roast for about a half hour.
See, that's what's wrong.
And it comes out so juicy.
That's what's
so
wrong
good.
in America today. Sous vide. But anyway,
I love the sous vide.
No, I do too. I get a lot of that, but I'm just laughing
But
because sous vide.
Really, I just
We
want
don't
to
do
say
that foreign
spatchcock on the
stuff
radio.
on our turkey. That could have been our national bird, if Ben Franklin had had
Yes,
his way.
if he'd had his way, it would have been the
It
turkey.
would have been the turkey, which is, have you ever had a
Thank
wild
God
turkey?
I'm going to be honest with you. Thank God he didn't have his way.
I'm with you there. If you ever eaten a wild turkey, don't.
It's gamey.
If you haven't, don't eat one, okay?
It's gamey.
Yeah, it's super gamey. So anyway, the other thing is when you carve a turkey, so if you take, you got those little things, the little bondage things that hold the drumsticks, and then you take those off, and then you grab the turkey like one hand on the breast in the hole, and then you break it, and it comes apart right there. And then you can just take a knife and you take the whole breast, you cut around the breast, the whole breast.
It comes out perfect.
Pick it out, and then you slice it across. And what that does is it cuts the breast across the grain of the meat.
Which is what you're supposed to do all the time.
You slice along the grain, then you got chewy turkey. Nobody wants that.
Well, they try and do it while the breast is still attached, and that's the whole problem.
You take the breast off.
You waste so much.
Don't do that with your old lady, but do that with your turkey. So there you have it.
No,
did I go too far? I know there's a line.
No, and you should also do that. I mean, we could have a whole discussion on processing meat. I've gotten to where I can fully process a chicken in about 7 minutes.
And
let's
do that
a
one
little
show.
harder because it's bigger. But
we're gonna have a meat processing show.
Oh boy!
So
long as we cook it and eat it afterwards, I'm cool with
my
that.
son works at a butchery in Floyd, And I stopped by there. He wanted to borrow my truck, and I walk in and they got like all these cut in half pigs. And I was like, and my first thought was yuck. My second thought was yummy. And I threw that on a burner somewhere for about like 12 hours.
Fowl are the only one I would be comfortable with, like fully processing. I can't even do fish right.
I don't like fish, so I've never really tried.
There's always like bones. Just eat around it. Shut up. Leave it alone.
Well, no, I mean, I was in, like I
Like when
say,
you
I was in
like
restaurant business 20
mammals,
years. I can pretty much do any part of a cow.
like I could watch it be done. You could train me like 50 times. I'm still never gonna get it
You
right.
can't do cows.
I could not do a
Cows are relatively easy. They have, they're easy.
Well,
But yeah,
there's a lot more room for error because cows are big.
they are big. But I mean, their meat is pretty well separated. Of course, all I want is the fillet and the prime rib. You can have the
It
rest.
was my uncle would always try and take me hunting, and I was like, I don't really want to go. Why? Can't kill a deer? It's like, well,
Yeah, I can't
first off, I can't because I'm a terrible shot. But second off, like I know at some point we're gonna have to like take
clean
this
it.
apart. I'm gonna do a bad job, and I'm just gonna get. It's like here, you hold the flashlight.
There's people.
Family trauma.
Yeah, we all know how that goes. Yeah, flashlight trauma with your dad fixing the car. Hold the flashlight. Yeah, well, I learned a new word today, Mom. It's helping Dad fix the car. I held the flashlight. Anyway, that's the whole Thanksgiving thing, though. That's kind of what it all comes back to. Is there's like psychological studies if you come back home and then you got all that baggage from your past. See, but now I'm the old guy. I'm the granddad. So everybody looks at me like, yeah, I probably screwed some stuff up here. That'd be y'all children and grandchildren. I'm working on the grandchildren now. My daughter got mad because I was cheersing my 3-year-old grandson with my beer and his juice, which he enjoyed thoroughly.
Yeah, our kids do that. They don't know the meaning.
I started with my other granddaughter, Myron. She's 11 now. We did that when she was like 2. We'd go to PK's and get some pizza and cheers.
My theory on it is if you hide things, the kids are going to do it later thinking they're getting away with something.
I'm going to say there's
honest.
probably some things we should draw a line on that, but yeah, I agree in principle. Okay. I'm just going to say there's some things that you should still hide.
All right. Well,
All
I'm
right,
smelling all this
move on.
food.
You're
We
right.
should rate this beer
And get the food.
I've got the Boulevard Brewing Company Tank 7. I'm Big Nate Danger on Untapped, and Tank 7 can't get a 7, but as a fan of the Saison and the cranberry flavor, it's pretty damn delicious. I'm gonna give it a 4.75.
Well, I'm feeling pretty good about the other half, making this green eggs and ham. Oh, well, no ham, but the green eggs. I like the whole theme. I'm gonna be ditto 4.75 on the green eggs. I'd say if you can find this, I bought it in Roanoke. Get you one.
All right. Well, there you have it. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna eat, listen to some Charlie Brown music,
There you go, Charlie Brown. We love him.
and then we will be back
That
with more
time of year.
Brewsday Tuesday. 105.3 The Bear.
Bear.